We're not friends, but the opposite, bitter rivals. Rivals that have been fighting for 1,000 years. Zhao Yunshan sighed, looking at the sky as he recalled those times when Heaven Trailing Sect and Demon Scheming Sect sent their disciples to compete. I was the best then, and had defeated everyone. Even elites would quiver at the mere whisper of my name. In the arena, most of them would lose before they even struck. What kind of sect is the Demon Scheming Sect? Nothing but a bunch of cowardly, worthless scum. While I was filled with vigor and power, the Demon Scheming Sect's team was like a bunch of rats. But then he came? Ren Xiaoyun asked, Demon Scheming Sect's High Venerable? Back then, he was no venerable, not even a normal disciple, just a laborer. One laborer actually dared to challenge me. Who do you think you are? How dare you insult my Demon Scheming Sect? Dare to fight me? Like anyone else in my position, I looked down on him and mocked him, only to find out at the end how much trouble he was. You just wait. Not even 20 years passed, and he came challenging me again. It was annoying beyond belief. Let's settle this once and for all. Looks like you still haven't learned your lesson. A few years later, you again. I asked him why he was so persistent. He said, You're just a handyman. Why are you so persistent? Because defeating you is my goal. I will revive my sect someday, so I must constantly push beyond my limits. Soon enough, I'll have you crawling on the ground. I laughed in his face, saying that I was far beyond his limit and he will never reach me. But he was stubborn regardless, fighting me again and again. I'm a prodigy, you're a failure, you'll never catch up. I first found him amusing, so I humored him since he was easy to beat, but then I felt threatened. This laborer of poor constitution was gaining on me one step at a time. I did not accept it and lashed out, telling him he was useless, that he couldn't touch a hair on me. In the end, he still came to fight me. I sometimes wanted to kill him. Aren't you afraid I'll kill you? You won't kill me. If you killed me over this, wouldn't that prove you're afraid of me? Afraid I'll surpass you? Ha ha ha. How was he worth it? But what came next proved I was indeed afraid he would overtake me. A laborer actually forced me to get serious about training. A genius like me, to reaffirm my position. Sounds like a really bad joke. But later, he did push me to train relentlessly, fearful of being surpassed. Zhao Yunshan gave a sad smile. Our fights soon evolved to being a comparison of our sects. Who will be the first to take their sect higher? Over the years, he became the High Venerable of the Demon Scheming Sect, while I rose to High Venerable of the Heaven Trailing Sect. Yet our fights never stopped. I've gotten used to them over the years. Now that he's suddenly gone, I do feel a sense of loss and loneliness. Now there's no one to match my strength. Oh, I see. I didn't think Demon Scheming Sect's High Venerable would have such a story. Truly inspiring. Ren Xiaoyun nodded. Zhao Yunshan sighed. He was amazing, but failed in the end. For wealth and fame, he tore up his sect. Ziwu, with all his skills, is nothing more than a common man that won't amount to anything. Yes, only with him as sect leader can we rest easy. Ha ha ha. Ren Xiaoyun laughed. Zhao Yunshan nodded. As their adversary, the weaker they are the better. After this, Venerable she will have Ziwu's weakness, and will hardly be neutral. Middle 3 sect? Ha ha ha, it's way too soon for them. A shame for all the effort Yuan Xingang put in. Is High Venerable regretful? No. Zhao Yunshan shook his head. I did not want him to die, but for the sect's good, I had to step in and do what needed to be done. He would have done the same. This was a kind of promise between us. He understood this the best. Ren Xiaoyun sighed. These two High Venerables were men among men, looking at the bigger picture in an impressive manner, becoming rivals. It would have been a touching story in times of peace, but when the sect's interests were involved, one of them would end up as a sacrifice. Demon scheming sects High Venerable did not die, in fact, from Zhao Yunshan, but by Ziwu, his own disciple. The old man said something about having another disciple. He spoke with pride about him. Who is he? I'm interested to meet him. Zhao Yunshan asked. Ren Xiaoyun shook his head, bowing. High Venerable, the disciple he's talking about must be Zhuo Yifan, who took Double Dragon Gathering by storm. Only, you might not see him again? Why? I heard Z was saying that the Universal Righteous sect went after him. Fine, you don't have to say it. Zhao Yunshan sighed. Since men from the superior three sects came forward, he has no chance. What a shame. I really wanted to see his prized disciple. Zhao Yunshan vanished from his spot, leaving Ren Xiaoyun standing there. Meanwhile, deep in a forest, Yi Hu, Qi Changlong, Yu Er, Kui Leng and other disciples all fell limp on the ground and glaring at the person in front. Lu Zi, you poisoned us. Yep, how else would your Yuan Qi get sealed? Ha ha ha. Snickering, Lu Zi mocked them as the inner ethereal stage elders came along. Clenching his fists, Kui Lang shouted, Lu Zi, why would you do this? You dare attack us? High Venerable will soon find out, and there's no escape for you. The three laughed. High Venerable, he can hardly defend himself, and you expect him to save you? What are you talking about? You'll soon be dead anyway, so I might as well explain. In fact, my master and I have planned in detail just for today. The tallest tree catches the most wind. Weren't you showing off with Zhuo Yifan? At the Double Dragon Gathering, you've been looking good, but that meant you earned many enemies as well. I followed Master's instructions and made contact with all the ones that hated Zhuo Yifan, all for today. I bet the Universal Righteous sect must have already gone for Zhuo Yifan. Heaven Trailing sect and Mystical Heaven sect worked with us to destroy the Labor Office, Zhuo Yifan factions, to avoid any mishap. Such a shame the Beast Taming sect team at the Double Dragon Gathering was destroyed, or I bet I'd get them on board too. Well, not that it mattered, ha ha ha. You went to get other sects involved. Qi Changlong roared. Double Dragon Manor will interfere. Lu Zi waved his hand in derision. You think we didn't know about it? Since you guys came up with an excuse to attack Mystical Heaven sect, why couldn't we as well? Humph, Zhuo Yifan has only been a sect leader for just one day. Who'd recognize that? With Heaven Trailing sect and Mystical Heaven sect helping us stem the chaos and Demon Scheming sect, Ziwa would be back as sect leader, and that made you with Zhuo Yifan as traitors. They all gnashed their teeth in hatred. How's that for logic? We're in the right here, ha ha ha.